I wonder if there's value in a sort of a new age kind of thinking. That belief that the universe is going to go your way. That belief that God has a plan and everything's going to work out. And you're going to have wealth come into your life. You're going to have the relationships you're looking for. That's all going to fall into place. It's kind of like that prosperity gospel that mega churches like to sell, and self-help people like to peddle, because it's really popular to tell people that they're going to get what they want. I do think it's dangerous to a point, because sometimes life doesn't give people what they want. So if you think that thinking positive thoughts is going to guarantee that you never get sick, or you never have health problems, or you inevitably are going to have unlimited wealth come into your life, well, it's not good when fantasy supersedes reality. When we start to have this notion that we can think our way out of a problem without acting deliberately. When we resort to a sort of a new mysticism, and we would rather believe in things than to face, accept, and process the truth. And yet, I also think there's a certain value in having positive fantasies and a positive interpretation about how the world is going to work out in your life. How all things can work together for good. If you get up every day and you think, I'm going to have the relationships that I need in my life. I'm going to have the job I need in my life. I'm going to have the money I need in my life. And I'm going to live my life with this sense of gratitude and faith that even if I don't have these things now, I'm going to have the things I need when I need them. You're more likely to have a happy life if you have that kind of attitude. So maybe fantasy, in the sense of imagining your life as being better or different than what it is, it doesn't necessarily work some sort of alchemy, direct magic or something. But it potentially does put you on a path to be in a better place in life than if you're focusing on things that are negative. When you get up every day and you're thinking, I wonder what blessings are going to come into my life next. Well, that's a better way of looking at life than, I guess, we can't all have what we want. Life doesn't necessarily work out. I guess it is what it is, So sometimes maybe we should just embrace that belief, choose to believe that things are going to work out for you, even if you don't necessarily know that they will, even if there's not any hard data to prove that your life is going to go in the right direction. Just choose to believe in it, because I'd rather live a life believing all things work together for good than to live a life believing that they don't. And it's sort of like Santa Claus. You can not believe in Santa Claus, but you can still believe in love and kindness and the spirit of Christmas, even if you're not a literal believer in Santa Claus. You can believe that the world is governed by rational laws that are not partial to the whimsy or the agenda of any one person. But you can also have room to believe that there is a possibility of some sort of providence which guides us and helps us along the way too. When we believe in these things, we have this optimistic approach to life. It helps us to navigate adversity with patience. It helps us to be calm in the storm. It helps us to have the type of attitudes and habit patterns that are likely to be conducive to an environment of spiritual, personal, professional growth. You don't have to believe 100% in some sort of mysticism to have a space for it in your life. And we tend to look at fantasy as something which is unnecessary, something which is redundant or stupid maybe. And yet, I think it is important. I think it's important because fantasy is a way for us to visualize that which is not yet come to pass. It's a way for us to remind our spirit not to give up. It's a way for us to believe in the beauty of our dreams, even when sometimes we lack the beauty in our surroundings. If you aren't sure what the future holds, there's something comforting about being able to get lost in your favorite video game or a book, or just to allow yourself the indulgence of believing that there's some sort of a divine hand that will guide your steps, that you aren't completely alone in a purely mechanical world that doesn't have any care for those of us living in it. Whether it's something that makes sense or not, in a world which is very materialistic and often cynical, the fantasy of things that are more spiritual and less material, in things which are more aspirational and less rooted in things that are easily defined, that nourishes the spirit. And life is not as rich if we don't have all of those things. So choose to believe that the universe is a friendly one. Choose to believe that things can work out for you. Choose to believe that even if it's not clear to you how the path is going to turn out, it's going to turn out the way it should. And always choose to act. Act in a way which is likely to empower those blessings to come into your life. Don't just expect that they will arrive by some sort of magic. And yet, it's also nice to know that we can appreciate the beauty of life without necessarily being the master of every part of living. It's nice to have room for faith and also pragmatism. It's nice to go down the path of believing that the universe has got your back. And maybe, just maybe, if you have faith that all things work together for good, they are somehow more likely to make your dreams come true. After all, what do we stand to lose? Even if there's no such thing in life as providence, even if there's no such thing in life as any divine intervention in our paths, even if it's all just BS marketed by people who want clicks and views and to sell self-help books or something. It still stands to make our life richer when we believe that life is beautiful. So always believe that the path is unfolding as it should. Always believe in the beauty of your dreams, and always hang on to that faith that right around the next corner, you never know, good things are about to happen. As always, good luck on your adventure. Till next time.